Commando Crusader, and welcome to episode 4 of our Stellaris Rogue Servitor campaign. Last episode, we secured the home cluster, as the name of the episode sort of gives away. We basically just got all of the systems in our nearby area, and now it's time to sort of consolidate, begin venturing out of our home cluster, exploring, and just trying to build up a base of resources so that we can fight these guys, our neighbors, the Jubaran Empire, who are in desperate need of preserving. But before we get into that, I just want to say, if you like my content, you know, give it a like. That's what the like button's there for. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, comment below any games you would like me to play, or any, just any games you like me to play, really. Or just anything, really. So, yeah, also, I just want to very quickly apologize if you hear any, like, rumbling in the background. It's currently storming outside, so, yeah, that's what that noise is. So apologies if it gets into the, audio a little bit. I can't really do anything about that. I have not evolved to control the weather yet. Once that happens, though, that'll be a wondrous day. So, let's get started here. The first thing we need to do is a little bit of housekeeping. So, on our capital planet, we have some unemployed pops, as well as a housing problem. Insert topical joke about housing prices in the U.S. here. But we do have a housing problem, and we also have an unemployment problem. Not only are our drones unemployed, but our bio trophies are even unemployed. So we need to do something to fix this. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna build another housing district to take care of the housing problem, and then well, actually, that will take care of the employment problem as well, at least temporarily, and that's all we really need to do right now. Additionally, let's see. Nope. Alright, well, housekeeping is done. Basically, we just needed to do that. So, yeah. Oh, actually, there is one more thing we need to do. We need to explore this, research project. And then after that, we're going to send this science ship out and start just exploring in this general direction. And hope that we find something, anything. We got 3 habitable worlds here. I've already got a research ship out to those. I'm hoping to find a species that we can preserve, because right now we aren't really living up to our name. So we need to find something to preserve, and these people are too strong to preserve yet, though we are building up our fleet in order to preserve them. So, yeah. So, alright, with that, I'm going to unpause. Housekeeping is over, and as always, I'll see you when something interesting happens.
Technological acquisition successful.
Oh, never mind. Newsflash, something interesting has happened. We have coil guns. Always a good thing. We're going to get improved servo motors for more minerals. Apparently not upgrade our fleet. Okay, we aren't upgrading our fleet. And, now I'll cut. Until something interesting happens. So, yeah, stay tuned. Oh! What's this? Oh, we seem to have discovered a fallen empire to our north. Well, that's mildly concerning. They're calling us pitiful creatures. Know that we have roamed the stars for eons before your hopeless species mastered spaceflight. If any of your wretched little ships cross into our space, do not expect them to return. We're gonna greet them. Very friendly. Very, very friendly. It's about all we can do. We are hopelessly outmatched by them at this stage, but one day we will preserve even them. Probably. Maybe.
Special project complete.
Oh, invisible death. Alright. Our scientists have returned from the Zivin labs unscathed with footage collected from the facility's security cameras. It shows lab scientists bound and gagged as guerrilla soldiers pry open the weapon strongbox. But to their dismay, the box is empty. Only minutes later, the rebels can be seen writhing on the floor in intense agony, dark patches swelling across their bodies, then their skin rips and a gray, unidentifiable matter spills out. The matter continues to expand, swirling hypnotically around them until one of the scientists activates an emergency system. Sprinklers douse the room in a liquid and an electrical surge passes through it, executing all living things. Here, the footage ends. Our crew can confirm that the strongbox was indeed empty. Alright, well, we've gained nanomachines as a research possibility. That sounds quite a horrible way to go, actually. Right. Carrying on.
Technological acquisition successful.
Twofer. Technology and traditions. Alright, that's great. So traditions, we want signal relay stations, reduce our starbase influence costs. It's a no-brainer. And our technology, we have our research speed boost. And I think I want colony development speed. That will really help, especially because we're a little behind on the colony game. So, yeah, we're gonna want those, definitely. Also, this system is done. Three worlds that could hold life, and none of them do. I am very sad. Oh. Comet sighted. Planet-side curators on Zendak Pru report the sighting of a small, icy solar system body exhibiting outgassing at 2 hours, 54 minutes, 8 seconds, right ascension, 10.3 degrees, declination. The distance of the body has been triangulated at roughly 3.75 astronomical units to the Sun, and the size and visibility of the body's coma have been classified as noteworthy. The body's dimensions are calculated to be approximately 5 by 10 by 6 kilometers. The sighting event concluded without incident. Received. That's always a fun little event. There's always, for those of you who don't play Paradox games, there's always an event in, like, each Paradox game about sighting a comet. It's a little running trend. It's just a fun little thing. I always find the events fun. Oh! And we finished an archaeological site. Hidden in plain sight. So, we started this, I believe, in the last episode. This was a world that nuked themselves to death. But there was a mysterious aurora borealis in the sky, and this is apparently the mystery of it. The enigma of the repeating aurora borealis patterns is explained after scanners detected small machines in orbit around Uchibia 5A. Some of these devices were intercepted and analyzed. It was established that the machines could manipulate the atmosphere by firing streams of charged particles into it, emulating solar winds. The patterns were basically code ciphers sent to beings on the surface. The theory is that this system was in use roughly at the same time as their global crisis took place. Coded communications in a time of war, perhaps instructions to saboteurs or detonation signals for weapons, hidden in plain sight. Without anyone to turn them off, they loop into infinity. Incredible. And all that society research may finish our... No, never mind. It didn't finish that. Right. Alright.
Technological acquisition
Now it's
successful.
finished. Let's see. What do we want? Yeah, the planetary processor. That is exactly what we need. Also, we can now start clearing these tile blockers on our new planet. So that's pretty cool.
Anomalous surface variable detected.
An anomaly. Canyons deep enough to be seen from orbit furrow the surface of Bagel 3A, yet the planet is dry as a dust bowl. What could have happened to the water that once so profoundly carved Bagel 3A's stone? I don't know what could have happened, but we're about to find out in a few days here. Metamorphic dehydration. Following a thorough investigation of Bagel 3A, the ISS Scholar crew has confirmed the planet used to be covered in flowing water several billion years ago. However, the geochemical composition of the planet's basalt crust proved highly hydrophilic, so much so that Bagel 3A's thirsty rocks eventually absorbed and bound all the water onto its surface. Now, all that remains of these vast oceans are salty brine streaks lining Bagel 3A's numerous canyons. Science Officer Unit S9 adds that the mineral hydrates now dominating Bagel 3A's landscape could have many valuable industrial applications. Add some minerals. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Anomalous surface variable detected.
Another anomaly. Massive impact. A colossal impact crater hints that something big collided with the surface of this planet once. We'll research it. Asteroid collision. A large, mineral-rich asteroid collided with Bagel 1 at some point during the previous 1,000 years in what must have been a major impact event. An abundance of minerals can now be found on the planet in the vicinity of the impact crater. A fortuitous event. Even more minerals. Shaping up to be a pretty good system. Also, we found 2 more habitable planets. None of them have primitives on it. Although, that is a pretty good world to take. I think we may take that one. After this one, of course.
Anomalous surface variable detected.
Another anomaly. Mineral cluster. An unusually deliberate geometric configuration of minerals drifts through the debris belt by 944413 and is possibly of alien origin. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Ooh, an archaeological site. Interesting. Very interesting. We had to claim it first in order to get it, but I don't know. Can you claim systems next to militant isolationists? I don't think you can. The mineral cluster is a holographic record, multi-sided, many-edged, and translucent. It remains secure in the ISS Voyager's tractor beam, but our experts will need some time to decode the contents. A special project has been issued to expedite this process.
Situation log adjusted.
Alright. So after they're done surveying, they're going to be doing that.
Special project complete.
The Crystal Codex. Special project's done. The holographic data documents the terms and conditions for a trilateral trade treaty between 3 major alien powers that once dominated this quadrant of the galaxy. Context eludes us, and the details are meaningless, but Science Officer Unit B3 feels that this find will prove invaluable to improving our own ability to communicate with alien forces. Fascinating. Get some more society research, and let's send you over that way.
Construction complete.
Encountering Yunduk. Oh, are these space amoebas? Yeah, we've found some space amoebas. Most interesting. Most interesting indeed.
Technological acquisition successful.
An anomaly nanotechnology. So there's our extra minerals. I think we just grab nano machines, get that extra research speed. And for the anomaly, you have a cargo pod. A small cargo pod has been left to drift in space above this gas giant. It has been captured by the planet's gravity well and will eventually be pulled into its atmosphere. Alright. Abandoned cargo pod. A discarded cargo pod was left by someone in the upper atmosphere of Zuban 4 long ago. It has somehow escaped the notice of other spacefarers, and its decaying orbit means it would have been lost in the gas giant's crushing atmosphere within another few years. When the crew of the ISS Scholar unsealed the pod, they found a stash of alien jewelry made out of precious metals. Remarkable. Gain some energy credits. See, upon entering Yunduk, our sensors picked up strange readings. Dismissed at first as glorified asteroids, things quickly changed when it was discovered that these entities reacted aggressively to movement in space, even at great distance. Observation of these entities, preferably from a safe distance, is advised. Yeah, they're just space amoeba. We're gonna have to use our fleet to clear them out. Encounter in Kupir. Oh, the Caravaneers! Oh, that's nice. So the Caravaneers are... Ooh, hold on. I'll explain that in a minute. We found a natural wormhole. We have detected what appears to be a naturally occurring subspace phenomenon at the edge of the Voldox system. A rift in the very fabric of space-time has formed here, creating a wormhole that, our science units speculate, may provide a conduit through subspace to another wormhole located somewhere else in our galaxy. Depending on where the second wormhole is located, this could potentially allow ships to travel from one end of the galaxy to the other in a matter of days. Unfortunately, this wormhole, like the vast majority of its kind, is inherently unstable. Any vessels foolish enough to pass through it will be ripped apart in seconds. If it could somehow be stabilized. So that's really cool to have right in our backyard. So we're gonna have to find a way to use that. That'll be a tech later down the line. As the Caravaneers, there are a unique bunch of spacefarers that allow you to purchase stuff from them. I'm including loot boxes for the infamous Galatron. If you're in the Stellaris community, you know what the great and wonderful Galatron is. So, yeah, pretty cool that
surface variable detected.
we found them here. Anomaly life signs. Life signs have been detected coming from the atmosphere of this gas giant. Could it indicate the presence of some kind of biosphere? Let's research. Right. Alright. Atmospheric ecosystem. We have discovered a thriving ecosystem in the upper atmosphere of the gas giant Voldox 4. Massive floating creatures having evolved bodies filled with lighter-than-air gases follow the wind currents and feed off the energy released by the gas giant's frequent lightning storms. These beings in turn support the colonies of smaller animals that prey on atmospheric plankton and each other. Fascinating. Right. So, we need to turn our attention to this planet
System
here.
survey complete.
First content event, hold on. Yep, it's space amoebas. Fascinating creatures.
A foreign entity has decrypted our
Let's start working on the Caravaneers. Right. We need to start working on colonizing this system here. Now, this system has even more available industrial districts than this one. So I think that this system is going to be our Forge world instead of Terminus. So I am actually going to build a colony ship right now. You know what? These names are all stupid. You're going to name this Forge. That sounds like a suitably robotic name. And then we'll get going on that. In the meantime, I'm thinking this may become a generator world, or a secondary Forge world, or maybe a combination of both. I haven't decided yet. Zeta aliens. So these are the Caravaneers. The vessels detected in the Kuiper system seem to be part of some sort of expedition across the entire galaxy, with purposes unknown. They have not made any hostile moves, nor is there any heavy weaponry in evidence. Instead, they seem to be broadcasting repetitive, but not particularly content-filled signals in our general direction. Our diplomatic unit, Unit 02, is confused, but hopes the broadcast will help our linguistic algorithms translate their languages. Alright. Hopefully we can make contact with them shortly. Our enemies over here are expanding rather rapidly. We seem to have found another empire as well, somewhere over here. So it looks like this way may be our only true path forward for expansion.
Anomalous surface variable detected.
Poison coated. Another anomaly in this system. Backscattering spectrometry. What is that word? Spectrometry. I'm an idiot. Sensors indicate the presence of variable substances beneath Voldox 3's noxious clouds. Well, let's research.
System survey complete.
And also research some grammar, hopefully, so that I know how to pronounce these things. Rock potential. Voldox 3 is exceptionally rich in minerals. minerals that are, unfortunately, of no use to us. However, Science Officer Unit B3 believes the many elements of the crust of Voldox 3 can be transformed to potentially more useful forms through positron bombardment. The ISS Voyager has requests that the Preserver set aside 100 energy credits for the purpose of this project. Sure.
Situation
what do we have to lose? We apparently have learned nothing. Well, I have apparently learned nothing from that one species that pulled their moon in order to get better resources. We have another tradition, additionally. This right here, we absolutely need this. So, extendable software, Empire sprawl from systems and colonies is reduced by 25%. We are currently over our Empire sprawl and only getting higher, so this can help sort of stem that tide and get us back down to a manageable Empire sprawl. Also, our research is complete there, and I think I would like Doctrine Fleet support. Up that naval capacity.
Special project complete.
Ah, we have 2 events here. First is rock potential. The crew of the ISS Voyager are pleased to report the experiment was a success, and that a significant number of dense material veins on Vondex 3 have been transmutated into usable resources. Great! 10 minerals in that system now. That's absolutely fantastic. Additionally, remember that anomaly way back in episode 1 that I said would we'd come back to later? Well, we finally completed it. Grinding Lattice. KOTOR 4A is crisscrossed by overlapping mineral composite bands that are elevated above the harsh surface by tall, flexible pylons. Constantly agitated by atmospheric winds, these pylons sway, and the overlapping bands rub together to produce sonic waves of what are, to curators, inaudible frequencies. Science Officer Unit 03 reports some difficulty in isolating this audio from the natural background noise of the planet, but notes the mineral bands could, should we so choose, be broken down and efficiently recycled by the preservers. Make preparations for salvaging the mineral bands. That doesn't seem very preserver-like of us, but apparently we're just going to rip that down. And now we can start exploring this way. Because it seems that our neighbors already have, so we need to at the very least claim this over here. Also, great, clear signal detected. It's just the Caravaneers still. What will be really interesting is this one up here. Is that it? Yeah. Here we go, the Caravaneers. Oh yeah, we get nothing from the these Caravaneers because they left. Also they apparently exist in that system right over there. Right. So, now we can get to the much more interesting thing, which are these guys over
Technological
here.
acquisition successful.
Also, technology is there, and we have 2 anomalies. Anomaly 1 is Dust Bowl. BK534T1 is home to a number of exquisite impact craters. However, something breaks the visual uniformity of one of the larger craters. Research that. Space debris. There's a significant amount of debris in orbit around this gas giant. Most appears to come from the long-lost starships of various configurations. Research that. And our technology is extra colony development speed. That's fantastic. We are going to unlock UV laser because we're going to need those. And we're gonna move on. Also, our colony ship is built, and it is on its way. Debris field. The strong gravity well of Hoshfire 2 has pulled in a massive amount of space debris, which has formed a dense layer around parts of the gas giant. Most of it appears to be wreckage from a series of space battles fought in the system several millennia ago. Scavengers have already scoured the debris of valuable technologies and artifacts, but a mining station should be able to recycle the metal. Interesting.
Technological acquisition successful.
There's our nanomachines, and here's what we were waiting for right here. Destroyers, please give them to me. Ugh. We absolutely need them. We really, really need them. Fender Bender? Foreign Empire claims our system? They've claimed this. This isn't even contiguous to their border. Well, they aren't gonna get it, that's for sure. The crater in question was mostly the result of a regular meteorite impact. The complex patterns in the resulting depression originated at a later time. Science Officer Unit 03 argues that these surface-level patterns are not the result of impact, but a collision, one between asteroid BK534T1 and some unspecified orbital installation or ship of alien make. How odd. Oh, a strategic resource is discovered. It's Zro. Alright. So, this system has Zro. So, we're probably going to want to claim that sooner or later. Probably sooner is better. First contact mysterious spacefarers. We still don't know anything.
Anomalous surface variable detected.
Another anomaly. Heavy pulse. Rotanev pulses steadily. Its helioseismology indicating an internal composition far denser than expected. What could be responsible for this surprising density?
System survey complete.
There's that system survey. I swear, I'm finding so many habitable worlds, but no primitive civilizations. And it's making me a little upset. Cosmic Diamond. While on the surface, Rontev appears to be an ordinary white dwarf, the star hides an intriguing secret. By studying Ronatev's pulsations, the ISS Examiner crew has discovered its composition to be almost entirely crystallized carbon. This astronomical crystal lattice seems to have formed as the star cooled, originating in its gas-fusing core and growing outward over time. Ronatev is a diamond of cosmological proportions, glinting behind a white veil of oxygen and helium. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
Planetary settlement procedure initiated.
And there's the start of the colony. Wait a second. Vessel seized. It was clear to our processors from the beginning that encountering alien civilizations would be risky. Our predictions have returned true in the case of one of our exploratory vessels, which was assaulted and boarded by the Theta aliens before emergency FTL could be engaged. Our assailants, a group of avian organics, managed to capture many of our drones. However, without us to give the direction, they would probably not give away much of value, though they would be able to find out much about our technologies from the captured ship. Our assessment of the danger posed to them is accordingly increased. Oh no, that was one of my best scientists! Oh no! Now I've got to rebuild the science ship too. I'm making such good progress over there as well. Well, that stinks.
Executing evasion protocols.
Wait a second, hold on. The Cothium system. What's that? As our ships enter the Cothium system, it is immediately obvious something very strange happened here. One of the planets, which boasts an eye-catching distribution of moons, appears to have once been habitable, but our scans now show high levels of radiation. Another planet has been totally destroyed. Debris is scattered across the system, suggesting that whatever civilization once lived here was obliterated in a violent struggle. A battleship patrols the system, not responding to our hails, and set on an intercept course to ISS Voyager, its weapons systems charging up. Well, that's a bit strange. I guess, we'll have to see what's up with that later. Because we do not have the strength to fight 12k worth of fleet power right now. We barely have 500. First contact event, we still can't decipher them. Alright, well, that's gonna end it off for this episode. We have our third colony starting up. We are starting to expand outward from our star cluster, yet we still haven't encountered any primitive civilizations. It's a bit strange. We did encounter a fallen empire, and another empire stole our science ship. So, that's fun, I suppose. Yeah, so that's, like I said, we're gonna leave it off here. Next episode, we're gonna have to race for this part of space right here. We're going to set up our third colony and go from there. So thank you all for watching. Remember, if you like this video, be sure to like it. Subscribe, ring the bell, comment below any other games you'd like me to play. And, yeah, see ya.